What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Doing another backyard simulator session. Doing the second one somewhat recently of a rare self-selected course out here because I just played 18. I got some stuff to do later on today, so running a little bit short on time. I don't have quite enough time to do a full 18 to be able to take my time the way I would like to. And while I'm thinking of it, so I'm doing a 9-hole. We're doing Goddard, I think it's Memorial State Park, basically Goddard Park is what we call it. Somewhat local course. You've seen me play, I think there's at least one or two on-course videos there, and I have a few more coming that I've recorded and just need to get around to editing, but relatively easy 9-hole. I know the layout, should be able to move my way around this pretty quick. I know the holes. First one that came into mind, and I figured it would be a good course if you guys go and watch those on-course videos. Most of them, I think there was maybe one that was only 9 and then one that was 18. Basically it's a 9-hole course and I would just play it once or twice for the video, but for any of you new R10 users or potential buyers, you could go and watch this video and then go check out, maybe skip through either this one or the other one or whatever you want to do, but you can basically see the whole layouts on here and then compare them to what my video showed on course. Should be pretty close. Not sure if I've ever played this back here on the R10, but generally speaking, Garmin does a good job mapping courses. But the only other second thing I wanted to mention was because I just played 18, I'm actually walking 8. I played 9 last night on course, walked 9, just played 18 back here, recorded that, playing another 9 now, and then I'm walking 18 tomorrow. So not only am I a little bit short on time, not enough to play a full another 18 for a subscriber requested course back here, but want to save my back a little bit, I can. But while I'm thinking of it, for any of you out there that like me playing some of your requested courses, if you guys could, I was thinking it would be good if you could possibly request some 9-hole courses, and I can make a note of that. So on days like this, for maybe like a second round that I'm a little bit short on time, I can go and go through the list. And if I don't have time, almost every single course, I believe, besides maybe 1 or 2 that I can think of, has been a full 18-hole course that you guys request. But basically, if you could request a couple 9-hole courses, it'd be good. And when I'm short on time, I can go through the list quick, pick out a couple of those 9 holes and play that instead of just 9 holes that I know around here that I can think of quickly. So that's the deal. We're going to get into it, but real quick, on the last video that I just played, my 5-iron actually came out here. It got delivered when I was playing, so I'm going to show you guys that quick. Basically, when I mentioned and contacted TaylorMade about the original cracked driver for the Sim 2, they sent me that, and I basically added to it the support ticket or whatever warranty claim, if you will, that either the ferrule or the head of my 5-iron seemed to be coming off. I believe I showed it in a video, if I remember. If I didn't, I can maybe put some pictures of what it looked like before, but basically they just sent it back and just got it in the mail. Really good turnaround. So far, those are my only 2 issues. I've played TaylorMade clubs since the RBZ back in 2012. This has been the only 2 times I've had to contact them about a warranty, but they made it right, got it done really quick, sent it back, 2-day shipping both ways. So as you guys know, they sent me that driver, which I was really happy about, and then they basically re-epoxied this head on my 5-iron. So as you can see, not that it really matters, but 5-iron, the Sim 2, all they did was just take the head off and they re-epoxied. So I don't know if the head itself was coming off. There used to be a little bit of a gap here. I don't know if the head was coming off or just the ferrule was a little bit loose or was manufactured a little bit incorrectly, but basically I would assume they just heated it up, took the head off, re-epoxied it, and they fixed it. So looks back to normal, the way it should be, like all the other clubs. So good to have this back in the bag. I was without this for about a week. There was maybe 2 shots last round that I just played back here where I could have used the 5-iron, so good to have this back and have basically my full set of clubs back in the bag. So we're going to get into it. Like always, Garmin Approach R10 behind me on a DIY level stand, Country Club Elite mat, second round with a basically brand new Callaway Superfast ball, Country Club Elite mat, DIY stance mat, 10x7 nets, and Home Tee Hero that you're seeing on screen, playing Goddard Park. So first hole, long par 5 again. Go check out that on-course video. I think there's a couple of them. I'll have to double check, but there's at least 1, if not 2 or 3 or 4 9-hole rounds on my channel at Goddard Park in real life, so you can compare. This first one, pretty straightforward, long par 5 to start it off. So We're gonna see. I was swinging the driver decent on the last round. We'll see if that continues, and work our way through this course in a relatively efficient manner. And hopefully, only 2 tee box options. Hopefully put up something around even par is the goal. So. Or just duck hook it left to start. That was very low on the face and off the heel. That needs to get down. Down, down, down. That might be a penalty. Ooh, it's gonna let us play. It's gonna be a tough shot out of here, but at least it's not a penalty stroke into the trees. Not exactly the greatest swing to start there, but let's see if we can hack our way out of this. We got 267 left. We got these trees to deal with, basically. So I'm just gonna, who knows what's gonna happen with these trees. We're pretty close to them. Whether I hit like a 48 or a 52 degree, or if I hit this 3-wood, I think there's a decent chance we catch the trees no matter what. So basically, I'm just gonna take a hack out of here with the 3-wood, and hopefully we get lucky. We got 267 and we're in the rough, so it's gonna add another basically 26, 27 yards. So we need pretty close to 300, which won't happen. But all I can really hope for here is we get lucky with the trees, and even if it catches a couple, we're somewhere in play out of these trees if I put a decent strike on this 3-wood. Caught it a little bit heavy as, whoa. You guys see that? Chipmunk. Oh, he just ran it, he's in the net. There's 2 chipmunks chasing each other. This thing is underneath the, it went through. It's underneath this brick right now. I don't know if you guys saw that run across the screen. And there he goes into the trees, or into the bushes. All right, well, chipmunk distracted me. I don't know, that's the first on the channel. I don't know what happened with the shot, but we're 92 yards away and we're right in the middle of the fairway, so had to be halfway decent. That was interesting. I don't know if that's kind of a good or a bad omen, similar to a black cat crossing you, but I don't know, maybe a chipmunk will take that as good luck. Chipmunk crossing you in front of you playing golf. Maybe I'm gonna get a hole-in-one. 92 yards left. We're in the fairway, so just gonna go choke down 48, just take a tad off of my regular 100-yard shot, and even if I hit it 100, still should be backside of the green. It was straight, but it was a little bit thin, and honestly could work out to our favor. We'll see. Sit. All right. Not the best, not the worst. Kind of hoping we get a chance to hit that 5-iron. I haven't hit that in about a week or two. Second hole, relatively short par 4. This one has the road on the right side in real life. Usually I just try to play something up towards the left, and then there's a hill that goes down to the green. So we're gonna leave it basically aimed where, well, it doesn't quite show. I think if you move up, yeah, that's where the slope starts to happen. Real life, it's a little bit more than that, but we're gonna aim up this right side right about there. Hopefully draw one back towards the middle of the fairway. As my 3-wood falls. All right, gotta put a better swing on it than that last low in the face duck hook left. A little bit better. Started right. I don't know if it's going to come back a whole lot, but definitely a better strike. Looks like it is. Decent launch on it. Should be about 260, 270, I would think. Yeah, 274. I guess we'll take a look at that one. Losing speed a little bit now that I'm getting into that past 18 holes, but 106, 147. Decent strike on it, so decent numbers there. 260 carry, 274 total. Attack angle, still been working on that. Peak is a little bit high. That one did launch a little bit high. I want to be closer towards like in between, right around 33, 35, but like anywhere between 30 and 40 on the apex height. 44 or 47 rather is a little bit high. And then that attack angle. Been trying to hit up on it a little bit more and stop catching the ball as high on the face from coming in steep and hitting almost down on it like that one showed. I don't know if I really hit down on that 0.1. That's pretty neutral. I think maybe the high T and just the way that the Garmin's situated, that's estimated anyways, but I would think that was, again, 8-degree driver and how high I have it teed up. You would think I would have to be hitting up on it a little bit, but it is what it is. Again, I mentioned in the last video, read it at 106, 147. I think in real life, that was probably closer to like 110 and into the 150s on ball speed, but with having to jack up the altitude because of the shortages, it reads slower, but then the altitude kind of fixes those numbers distance-wise, so it is what it is. Second shot, 106, down 2, 104. Same thing, just gonna play 100-yard shot with my 48. If I come up, hit it 100, it'll be front side of the green, we'll take it. Hopefully make some better contact than that last one and not catch it quite as thin. Better strike there, but I didn't put a whole lot on it. We'll see distance-wise. Could be just a tad short. Yep. About 3 yards short. Pretty cool. Again, I say it almost every single video, but when I try to hit it, and before I even look at the screen, basically call out what I feel like happened, and I would say 8, 9 out of 10 times the Garmin, even just like, it's pretty crazy when you have just a slight, you feel like you don't put enough on it, or you just catch it a smidge heavy, that with the ball speeds and the way that the Garmin reads it, it picks it up, which is pretty cool. So even through 2, third hole, par 3, 177, down 2, so we're at 175. Just gonna go smooth 8 iron. Been seeing about 170, 175 when I hit it well. Sounded decent, felt decent, but I popped that up to the right. That's gonna be short right. That's what my uncle likes to call a giraffe's behind shot, because it's high and it stinks. Frustrating. All right. Funny enough, this hole always seems to play longer too, especially if I do something like that, but it always seems like I'm short on this hole in real life too, so kind of funny that I came up 35 yards short on that shot. But 35, we're in the rough, so I'll add another 3 or 4, so we're at 38, 39. Gonna go 56. It's like a yard or 2 left. It might be a little bit long. Maybe not. I was still kind of pulled that a little bit. I've been pulling wedges all together back here. Basically everything from my 60 to 50, or 60 to 52. So basically my 60, my 56, my 52. I've been pulling them a little bit, and they've been coming up a little bit long. So I tried to take a little bit off of that. That was better distance-wise. The other round I was coming up long on some of them, so better distance. Still pulled it a little bit, but we'll take it. 1 over through 3, fourth hole, par 4, 287. This one I've driven the green and actually put it past it a few times in real life. So if we hit one decent here, we got a chance. I think in real life, depending on where the tee boxes are, I think it's closer to like 275, 280. It has a 287 here. But let's see. We'll give this one a little rip. See if we can get the Garmin to read about 110, which would put me closer to like 115 probably. Felt decent. Gonna overcook a little bit left, and oh yeah, sit. We will take that all day long, folks. 290 onto the green. We're gonna take a look at that. 108, 152. So I did step on that a little bit. Didn't quite get the 110 reading that I wanted, but that one, if I had to guess, real life, that was probably closer to maybe 112, maybe on the club head speed, and then probably closer to like higher, almost like maybe 157. Basically, I'm thinking it's probably about 5 miles an hour slower on both the club speed and the ball speed. So probably about 112, 113 club head speed, and then ball speed's pretty close to 160 if I had to guess to get 290 out of it. But who knows? It doesn't really matter either way. You don't have a launch monitor on course, and I mean, it's good to know kind of where you're at, but the distances and how straight you're able to hit them matters more so than anything. So 5th hole, par 5. This one's kind of a tough hole in real life, and it does show it here. It does get narrow in that landing spot right where basically we're aimed right there. There's a hill there, 2 yards uphill, so you basically all you're trying to do is land it on top of that hill in real life. But there's tree line from that last hole on the left in between this one. You're kind of in trouble over there, and then there's actual wooded area on the right side. So if you hit it too far right, you're kind of out of play over there too. So aimed up the right side, as you can see, and just trying to, I'm not going to swing quite as hard on that last one, although it did work out pretty good. Maybe I should. Just going to try to put something out there again and draw one back to the middle. High on the face, that's going to be a pop up to the right. That could be in trouble. Hopefully it lets us play out of there. I don't know if it will. That could be a penalty stroke. All right, it's going to let us play. That's kind of what I'm talking about over there. I've definitely been over there in real life before. This is not an easy shot. Usually you just have to lay up, but because we're kind of in a little bit of an open area, I think I can, well, I don't know, I guess we got a long way home still. If I aim there, right between those trees, that's 229 to where we're aimed, but we're in the rough for the 10%, so that's almost another 30 yards. So I think I'm going to take this line right here and just rip my 3-wood through there and hopefully get ourselves within a wedge into this green. A little bit heavy, came out a little bit left, but that could work to our favor with those trees. Whoa, big bounce. Assuming we caught maybe some trees coming out of there, I don't know. But we're in play. Got a little bit more than just a short wedge left, but 89 left. No slope, but we're in the rough, so we gotta add another 9. So 98, 99 yards, just going 48, playing my 100-yard shot. Should be pretty good. Struck that pretty clean. If anything, that might be a tad long. Maybe not, maybe subconsciously now because I've been pulling them and coming up long, I'm taking a little bit off of it, but that was a pretty clean strike. We came up 6 yards short, but we're on the green nonetheless for a par. And from where we were off the tee box, we'll take that. Gonna grab some water quick, or Gatorade, I guess. So far so good overheating wise. Like I mentioned in the other video, I'm out here a little bit earlier than I would be, but it looks like the cameras that's recording is pretty close to in the shade now. I moved my bag over here to purposely be in the shade. The R10's been in the shade the whole time, so should be good. 6th hole, par 4. This one is another tough one on course in real life. Basically, that bunker, it has everything pretty close. These trees over here, right there, stick out a lot more. So usually I just hit a 7-iron out here and just try to hit right there. Usually there's about 215, which is pretty cool because that's right on that number. 215 to that tree line over there, over the bunker. So basically I just hit a 7 or a 6-iron right at that bunker and try to draw one back into the fairway. We'll take a look. I was debating, I mean the hole's over there. That's not very smart. We're gonna do that. We're gonna play it like we would in real life. I was debating hitting driver over there because sometimes with the layout of these trees, you can get a little lucky, but I'm just gonna play it like I would. Hit a 7-iron right there. Came out a little bit left, but it should work out just fine. Decent strike, should be right around 185-ish, 190. 186, right on the dot. Nice when things work out. That's usually literally the same exact club, same exact shot I hit in real life, and that's usually right exactly where I am, because you don't want to obviously hit it too far left to catch those trees. You want to keep it out of that bunker, and this is usually right in that area of where I am in real life, so kind of cool. And usually I have a stupid, this is exactly what I have a pitching wedge number into this green. We got 135 down to 133, so this is a full pitching wedge number, and there's the bunker. That bunker short left is a massive bunker guarding the green, and if you're in that, it's tough sledding getting out of that in real life. But usually I have a pitching wedge and just try not to pop it up like I usually do and take too much yardage off of it. So let's see if we can get our 130, 135 number out of this pitching wedge. Pulled it a little bit left, but that should have the distance, I would think. Still high launch on it. I mean, it's a pitching wedge, but all right, better number. 135 on the dot. We'll take that, all things considered. Even that though, like I moved it back in my stance and I cranked the club face kind of far down on that. I don't know if just the way that this, maybe I'm not using this correctly. The way that this pitching wedge is just maybe set up basically out of the factory. It's just bent a little bit different compared to my older set, but it feels like I really need to, unless I'm hitting super high shots, it feels like to get anywhere close to my 130, 135 number, which is a still pretty big gap between that and my 9-iron. I basically have a 20-yard gap. I have 130, 135 if I hit it good, which sometimes doesn't even happen. Most of the times it doesn't. And then 9-iron goes up to 150, 155, occasionally 160 if I really hit one good. So 20-yard gap. So I really need to start figuring this thing out and getting consistently 135 out of it. But it feels like I have to really crank down the club face to get it down and get the full distance out of it. But I digress. We're even par through 6, 7th hole, par 3, 172. Going 8-iron again. I've been struggling with this a little bit today. I don't think I've hit one good 8-iron yet. That was better. Still a little bit out to the right. Is it going to come back? Should be a good distance. Yeah, a little bit out to the right. We'll take that though. Pretty close to pin high, 5 yards right or so. 172. So far so good. Pretty encouraged of how I've been playing out here today. Hopefully that carries over tomorrow when I play 18 on course. 373, 8th hole, par 4. I do like these last 2 holes coming into this. This one's definitely tougher. The 9th hole has a somewhat drivable par 4, pretty straightforward hole. This one's kind of tough. You got a lot of room out to the left, so I try to just do that. And as you can see, the hole kind of goes to the right. Again, there's trouble over there on the right, and there is a road, another road going in, so you definitely don't want to be right. And last time I played, I flared one way over there. I was lucky to find it. I was basically over here past the trees, and I had a gap. I was like somewhere, I was probably right about there-ish, like anywhere like 240, 250, if that, out there. But we're gonna go right there, up this right side, turn one back over. There's a big tree out there on the left side of the fairway. I don't know if is it here on this one? Kind of. So that's like a massive, right where I'm aimed right there is like a massive tree, or it could be this one, I guess. It's more of like in between. It's really like right there, and there's a big massive tree, and I usually just aim out there. That's a good starting line, and if I'm anywhere out to the left, like I said, I'm in good shape. So kind of a off-balanced weird swing. I kind of lunged at that, but A little bit of a lower launch, should be decent. Didn't get all of it, but it's going to be in play. 267. I've been catching stuff off the heel, so I've been trying to take like a half a step back and having my arms a little bit more stretched out and lining the club up more towards the toe. That one, it felt like subconsciously when I came down, I think my brain just told me I was too far away, and I could kind of feel myself like lunging at it to get it there. But 109 left, up 1. So 110. We're gonna go 48, and this is one of those in-between shots. I've got my 100-yard shot with this club pretty close to dialed in. Pretty happy with it. Usually have my right thumb right at the edge of the rubber grip, almost choked down to the metal right there. Decent smooth swing with that is right around 100. The full regular swing with this is about 125-ish. So I gotta go right in between there, closer to the 100 than 125. So we'll see. One of those in-between shots. Felt pretty good. Let's see what we get numbers wise. Came out just a tad left. All right, get down. We'll take it. And pretty much exactly what I felt. Came out a tad left, usually a little bit of a pull and that overdraw, or whatever you want to call it. You get a little more distance out of it, so 2 yards long compared to what we were trying to do, but within 2 yards of a distance we're trying to hit, and right next to the inner circle, we'll take it. So, even par, right where we want to be through 8. 9th and final hole here, 321. Realistically, on course, this one's a little bit shorter. I think it's closer to, again, depending on where the tee boxes are, but I think it's closer to like 290, 300, I believe, on course. But, so, very unlikely we get 320, but might as well step on it a little bit. Don't want to get unbalanced. I want to end it with a good smooth swing and some good contact, but would like to get maybe 280, 290 out of this. Down 3 yards too, which will help a little bit, but pretty decent strike. Wasn't the quickest, but that should be about 270, 280 right down the pipe. I was pretty close to the middle of the club face, so. And, as expected, 281. Good swing to finish it, or good driver swing rather to finish it on. Let's see if we can stick this green. 43 yards, no slope, no rough, so just going 52. Gonna take as close to about 5 to 7 yards off of my 50-yard shot with this thing as I can. Hopefully stick this green and call it a day here. Might be closer to 50, but it was dead straight. Yep, tad long, but we'll take it. Should be another par. Right at even par. Good round in my books. Good way to finish it. It should end us here, and it does. All right, so made good time on that from Goddard State Park Golf Course. This is right on the border of East Greenwich, Rhode Island, and Warwick, Rhode Island. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but I think part of the course is on. It's like right on the line of the towns. So anyway, it's in Rhode Island. So we ended up with a 36 even par. Pretty clean scorecard. Bogey on 3. We got it back on the 4th with a bird. The rest were pars. 4 out of 7 fairways. Driver was decent again. Hit a couple pretty good ones. 8 out of 9 greens regulation. We'll take that all day long. The putts were a little bit high. 2 putts per hole. Would like to be closer to 1.5, but it is what it is. While I'm thinking about it, I wanted to mention, I think I probably said it maybe in one of the on-course videos when I was doing the voiceover, but this is, like you can see, a state park. It's a really big park. A lot of people walk. They have like picnics. Sometimes they do like parties. Last time I was there, there was massive DJ booth with a couple tents set up. There must have been like a work or family reunion outing, something. They were playing music while we were playing. But it's a state-run golf course, and funny enough, there's like park rangers that go around and manage this course. They water the tee boxes, and then obviously they have greens, they have sprinklers around the greens. So the tee boxes and the greens are always in really, really nice shape. It's also pretty cheap to play. It's only $15 to walk 9 and $10 when I play with my older uncles that are seniors. It's only $10 for them. So for them it's 20 bucks for 18. For me it's 30 bucks to walk 18, which is pretty good, but they don't have any sprinklers in the fairways. So as it gets warmer and as the summer goes, the tee boxes and the greens are always in really nice shape, and then obviously they don't have water for the fairways, so those just all get burnt. They need to keep the rough a little bit longer, so sometimes it gets tougher to find your ball, but you get a lot of rollout in the fairways. So just a little fun side note about the course, but that's what I have. So again, this was one of those rare courses that I picked just because I was a little bit short on time, wanted to play 9 versus 18. If any of you guys out there have a course request in general, whether it's 9 or 18, let me know, but preferably if I can do basically a subscriber request list of 9 holes as well. Like I mentioned, most of the time I'll come out here and I play at least a full round. Usually I'm anywhere between 18 and 36 holes. So generally I play at least one round, and then after that I play, by the time I set everything up, I play at least another 9 holes or 18. But like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if I could have basically a secondary list of only 9 hole requests, it would be good for days like this or rounds like this where I can pick those. I can play subscriber requested 18 first, and then if I have time, play another subscriber requested 18. If I don't, play a subscriber requested 9 hole. So any of you out there have anything, give me the name of the course and the location. I'll double check it within Home Tee Hero. Most likely I can play it, and then preferably give me a little bit of background information of why you want me to play it, whether it's your local course, you're a member there, you played it in high school, you grew up playing there, maybe you got a hole-in-one, whatever the case may be, or if it's a world famous course, maybe the Ryder Cup or whatever was there. Doesn't matter, but I like having a little bit of background information. I write down the notes and then I can relay that information in the video, so it gives me a little extra incentive of why I'm playing it and to play it, and also not only for you that requested it, but the other viewers that are watching this video, gives them a little bit of extra background information of why I'm doing it. But I'm gonna clean things up here. That's what I have. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next course.